Hello, everybody. This is James Seed. I am the head of JSeedProductions. I know I should be doing an update video for the Fidget and Maddie show, but today I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite films. It was hard putting these films into a top 10, and then I realized I had to take out some films, so there will be honorable mentions listed. So, yeah, that's basically all I got to say for the moment, and just gonna say these are my favorite movies. If you haven't seen any of these movies, I recommend you see them, like, right after watching this video, because, in my opinion, these are movies that everybody needs to see. I don't agree with films like Godfather, that everyone needs to see that, because quite frankly, I haven't seen the movie, and I don't know if that would be one of my favorite movies, but it's things like that. I mean, like Citizen Kane. I agree that's a good movie, but I don't think everyone should see it. But these are the films that I believe everyone should see. They can rate them as they wish, but these are my picks, no one else's. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get on with it. So coming in at number 10, we have To Boldly Flee from 2012, made by Channel Awesome. This is the third, technically fourth film in the, I don't know what the main series is called, but I call it the That Guy with the Glasses series. This following the movies Kickassia and Suburban Nights. Following the plots from those movies, Nostalgia Critic and his fellow reviewers discover a giant plot hole in space and go on a mission to investigate it. This movie, it is a comedy, science fiction, action, love movie thing. Basically, it's everything funny that's really good. I mean, for God's sakes, they turn Nostalgia Critic's house into the freaking Enterprise ripoff. But it is so hilarious. It is downright one of my favorite movies. Nothing can top this except for the other movies on this list. So, thank you. Seriously, if you haven't seen any of these movies, watch them. They are good. So how many of you saw this one coming? Uh-huh. Number 9, The Hobbit. I do consider it all one movie. That was too long, so they split it into 3 parts. Originally, it was going to be one movie. Then they split it into 2 movies. Then they split it into 3 movies for market value. Same thing happened with the Lord of the Rings books. So, it is one book, by the way. But this is The Hobbit from 2012 to 2015, because technically they're not done yet. It is still one of my favorite movies. I can't get my mind off these unless I'm trying to think of something else. Like currently, like a test or something. But, so technically they aren't done with it. We still have the extended edition of the Battle of the Five Armies to get through, and once that's over, we will have 6 Middle-earth movies, and you probably know what is going to be later on this list. If you haven't seen these movies, watch these first, and then go into Lord of the Rings, because, yeah, it's these kind of movies that just make me feel like, yeah, this is a good part of the world to be in for movies. And also, it's a foreign film. So there you go. In case you guys didn't realize, it is a foreign film, New Zealand. So, thank you. Yeah, I don't care what all that BS is about, you guys ranting about the whole movie and plot and stuff and how it doesn't work with the book. But you know what? I've read the book. I love the book. I love the movies. And or movie, as I call it. And I love it all. In fact, just at the time I'm doing this video, I had just got Lord of the Rings Online. So there you go. I love the franchise so much, I can't stop talking about it, so I have to. On to the next one. Number 8, we have Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. You might be thinking to yourself, Star Trek 2? Wait, but Star Trek 2 only came out like, what, 2012? No, that was Star Trek 11, thank you. And while I did enjoy that movie, very closely to this movie, I enjoyed the two Star Trek 10 and 11 very much, but this is still my favorite Star Trek movie. It is like it does start slow, but then again, what movie back then doesn't start out slow? Don't answer that question. So, um, we got Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. It's almost the same basic plot of Star Trek 11 Into Darkness, um, but it's just done so much better, and it's the like, and plus it's they already know about Khan, so it's in case you were confused about the Spock thing, like at great cost. Um, yeah, that is a reference to this movie because I don't want to spoil anything, but they reversed the roles for Into Darkness. So that did spoil everything. So thank you. Watch it. Watch every Star Trek movie. Some of them are not that good, but you know what? Watch every Star Trek movie. Thank you. At number 7, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, also known as in my head, or officially as Indiana Jones number 23, because there are 24 movies. If you don't believe me, Google it. I have every Indiana Jones movie. I haven't seen every Indiana Jones movie front to back, but I know basic enough of what each movie's like. Um, Probably my three favorites, though, are probably Last Crusade, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Treasure of the Peacock's Eye. But it is Last Crusade that wins as my favorite Indiana Jones movie, and also wins number 8 on my top 10 favorite movies or films or whatever. But it is quest search Indiana Jones searching for the Holy Grail. It's originally I found this to be my least favorite of the Indiana Jones movies until Crystal Skull came out, and then I was thinking back. I watched all the movies again, and I'm like, this one's my favorite. Um, I, I love this movie so much. I like all the movies. I have a soft spot for Crystal Skull, even though everyone says it's horrible. It's not as bad as everyone thinks. Quote from James Rolfe, by the way. So, yes. Thank you, Indiana Jones. Ba-ba-da-ba. Number 6, we have Goldfinger, my favorite James Bond movie. Yes, it is my favorite. I love Casino Royale. I love Skyfall. I love Goldeneye. But this one is my downright favorite, Goldfinger, because dang it, it is just so good. My father is not a big fan of it. He agrees it's good, but like he's one of those people who says that On Her Majesty's Secret Service is one of the worst movies he's ever seen. Not because it's a different Bond, but because of the sad ending. But this movie, Goldfinger, yes, Goldfinger. I love it so much. It's one of those movies I can watch over and over again and not get bored at all. Most of these movies I can watch over and over again and not get bored at all, with the exception of maybe a couple because of their length. I am not talking about The Hobbit, believe it or not. So this Goldfinger, 1964, only the third James Bond movie in the main series, because there is a side series not made by the same company, but it is yeah. Goldfinger is my favorite of James Bond, so thank you. Bond. Although people didn't get it when it first came out, Fantasia is my favorite true 100% Disney made movie. Um, It's probably kind of a spoiler for things that are coming later on the list. But Fantasia, love it, and it is probably, yes, it is the oldest movie on my favorite movies list. Only at number 5 though. I still love this movie. It is purely like my favorite Disney animated movie. It's like I can't get enough of Fantasia. I have the full soundtrack to this and the sequel from 1999, and weird name for it though, because Fantasia 2000 came out in '99. So yeah, it's my favorite movie. If you don't know what Fantasia is, it is basically it has no plot to it, at least not a consistent plot. It has plots within the movie, but the movie itself doesn't have an overarching story. It's basically just an orchestra playing music and then animated scenes pop up on the screen. I love all the songs on here. Well, my least favorite song on it would probably be Dance of the Hours. I don't know why I don't care for Dance of the Hours. Um, yeah, my favorites include Toccata and Fugue in D minor, Rite of Spring, and the finale, Night on Bald Mountain and Ave Maria. Those, yeah, whole soundtrack. In fact, yeah, I've grown to love these songs so much. I want to play them all, or at least, I want to play Rite of Spring, and I want to conduct Toccata and Fugue. I'm not so sure about Night on Bald Mountain, and I don't know anything about Ave Maria. All I know is that I love it. But yes, my favorite Disney movie. Can't get enough of it. At number 4, Marvel's The Avengers. Yes, 6 movies. Well, this is the 6th movie of the series, and I can't wait for the sequel to come out next month. I am doing a countdown thing, like a build up to Age of Ultron thing, starting on April 14th, and I'm going to watch all the movies, all the TV show episodes, even Marvel's Daredevil, which isn't even out yet at the time I'm making this video, comes out on Friday, the 10th. But yes, building up to Age of Ultron. I love this movie so much. I wouldn't not be building up to Age of Ultron if I wasn't a fan of this movie. My gosh, when I first saw this movie, I was hyped before this movie came out. I saw the original trailer at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna fanboy out here. I don't know. I haven't read any Marvel comics. I haven't really read any comic books in general, but these movies are making me want to read comic books so badly. Oh my gosh. Just the fact that they have the movies panned out till 2019 with Avengers Infinity War two-parter. So yeah, there's going to be 4 Avenger movies. And a whole lot more in between those movies. And before the movie. And who knows if they're going to do anything after the movies. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so epic. I love all the movies. I love all the movies. Oh, well, some of them are not I love more than others. But, you know, I love all the movies. Number 3, Back to the Future. I do consider all three movies as one movie. In fact, there are sometimes I want to edit together these movies, like Hobbit and Back to the Future, as and edit them as one movie. I want to see them together as one gigantic epic story. I don't I don't care about the casting choices. Like, I don't care that they changed Jennifer's actor between parts 1 and 2, but you know, they're called parts for a reason because it's part of the same movie type thing. Like, I call Hobbit part 1, part 2, part 3. I call Lord of the Rings part 1, part 2, part 3. I just want to see them all. I want to see them all as one movie, but it's things like, you know, it's things like just the characters, the story, the whole time travel thing. I love time travel things. You know, I love the time machine, and I love the Star Trek episodes where they travel through time. I love Doctor Who. I love, you know, love lots of things. I love this. Even this show called, oh, what is it? Prehistoric Park, where they travel back in time and bring dinosaurs in to make a zoo, or not a zoo. It's wildlife sanctuary for dinosaurs. But you know, I love these stories, and I love when they like make like effects that ripple through time, and like you have to like go back and do stuff, and then there's like the and the villain, and there's no technical real villain until part two, but it's just woo. Yes, love all. Great Scott. Number two, we're so close. And number two is Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back from 1980. Yes! One of the best movies ever made. Period. Watch Mojo agrees. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, the amount of goodness that happens in this movie. I don't care if you think the original is better. I don't care. It's a great story. I don't care that they changed Boba Fett's voice actor. I don't care about the CGI effects. It's all good. Brilliant movie, brilliant story, brilliant characters, brilliant action. Gosh. And it's one of those movies that deserved, like the original Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, was one of those movies that deserved a sequel. This was the best thing in the entire Star Wars ever. So if you haven't seen the Star Wars movies, watch either just 4, 5, and 6, or watch the saga from 1 to 6. That is my recommendations. So, or watch it 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then make your own opinions. But don't watch it in some random convoluted order. Like watch 2 first, and then go to 6. Like that's not right. But and also the fact they're making 3 more main movies, 7, 8, and 9, this year, in 2 years, and then in 5 years. Yes, it's so hyped, and there's gonna be spin-offs and more Disney stuff, and now that Disney's taken hold of the whole thing, so technically this makes it my favorite Disney movie. Although if you don't count it as a Disney movie, then Avengers is my favorite Disney movie. If you don't count that, then Fantasia is my favorite Disney movie. So, love Star Wars. I'm looking at my FX lightsaber right now. Thank you. Yes! Anyone who knows me saw this coming. The Lord of the Rings. Originally, I didn't care for the movies. I hadn't even seen the movies, and that's probably why I didn't care for them. I thought they were stupid fantasy films. Then I watched them. And now it is my favorite series of all time. I have the posters hanging on from my wall. I have the Tower of Orthanc on my dresser. I have the Lord of the Rings book, complete full version. That's one book, and it's so very thick. I have, oh my gosh, I have the ring. Well, technically my brother has it. I have the ring. I have multiple other Legos. I have, oh my gosh, I even went out of my way and bought the Hobbit book and the Children of Hurin, which is the prequel to The Hobbit that no one really knows about, and also the Silmarillion. I'm still working on the Children of Hurin. I haven't gotten to the Silmarillion yet, but this is big. Oh my gosh! If someone would please edit together all 3 extended editions as one movie, and then like put it out into the world like that, that would be hallelujah. I want to see these movies back to back in the theater. Good freaking God. I can't believe I missed the fact that I didn't get to see. I missed them in the theater. I missed the extended editions in the theater. When they played the extended editions in the theater in preparation for the first Hobbit movie. Oh my gosh. I can't stop talking about Lord of the Rings. As I said before in the Hobbit one, I just got Lord of the Rings Online. I got Lord of the Rings Conquest. I got Lord of the Rings, stuff up the yin yang now. Oh my gosh. Woo! To the point where I'm saying that to have the season 1 finale of the Fidget and Maddie show be not only combining two kinds and Dustin Elysian Tale, but also have Doctor Who take them, like the Doctor, take them to Middle Earth by accident, of course. And oh my gosh, as if Middle Earth was like really the past of the world. I love the richness of the history, the richness of everything. Oh my gosh, I don't care if the movies aren't inaccurate to the books. I love the books. I love the movies. Oh my gosh. Yes. In fact, I want to get Glamdring, Orcrist, and Sting hanging from my wall with their scabbards so I can walk around with belts on and have Glamdring on one side, Orcrist on the other, and Sting up out of the back. Like, if I had to do one thing I really hated about the movies, though, it's that Glamdring and Orcrist don't glow in the movies, even though they're supposed to. They're supposed to glow, Oh my gosh. I think what's in your pockets? Thank you for watching my top 10 favorite films, Precious. I hope you enjoy, and these are my favorite films. They're my